Alright, we started the stream. Hopefully a few people get the notification. Let's see what's going on. We'll give it a minute. Alright, nice. Mark, what's up, my friend? I'll give it a minute, let some other people join. If anyone joins, I think I just picked a bad time to stream. Normally there's a lot more people by now. Appreciate it, Mark. Right, a couple more people in the chat, a couple of viewers. Probably pull up my other charts. Thank you, Ogilly. I think I pronounced your name right. Probably not, though. Alright, so it's been a few minutes. I just wanted to make this stream so a couple of people could ask me about the altcoins, because I haven't covered some of them in a couple of days. So if you want any updates on the altcoins, now is the time. We already talked about Bitcoin yesterday. Not too much has changed from there. Bitcoin looks like it's setting up an evening star pattern, which is bearish, but we need to get a bearish throwback, otherwise it's not going to play out. Right now everything's pretty stagnant before the next CPI meeting, July 13th. So we've got 4 days until the next CPI meeting. So we'll probably do a whole lot of nothing over the weekend, to be honest. Indian Kitchen, what's up, my friend? Bitcoin is also getting trapped in the daily EMA ribbons as well. Let's go check out the dominance today. Bitcoin dominance. Having a throwback on the daily. It's retesting the 618 fib right now, so this looks like a pretty good setup for the dominance. Bitcoin maxi mode is here. Alright, so if any of you want me to check out any of your alts, then just let me know. Yeah, I did just wake up like an hour ago, Indian kitchen. I probably need to drink more water. It's probably a sign. I'm gonna take a sip of water. What's up, Sharifi? Once again, another name that I'm not sure if I pronounce right, but what's up? Alright, so most of the alts look like they're getting ready for a bearish setup right now. Solana looks pretty bad. Sitting right about this massive range of resistance. Boom. Should we see what's going on with KDA? Alright, let me pull out my charts for KDA. The only long-term thing that sucks about this is the circulating supply. Circulating supply on Cardano really sucks. It's only like 18% out right now. So you definitely want to make sure you're buying the exact bottom of this before it gets dumped. So Cardano's heading up pretty strongly in the lower time frames. Nothing has changed though since my past couple of videos. You can see, I think this was where we made our last update on Cardano, 174. It's still making lower lows and lower highs. If we see where it is in terms of its EMA ribbons, I think it's in the daily. Yeah, Cardano's once again getting battered into the EMA ribbons. It looks like in the lower time frame though, you might have a continued push to the upside. The RSI is quite beat down. I think in the lower time frames you would be. You're kind of running out of steam in the lower time frames actually. I think everything's hingent on Bitcoin. Considering the dominance is going down for a reset, that might be a sign that it is once again not altcoin season. I also said this at the start of the stream, but Bitcoin is setting up an evening star pattern which is bearish. We need to see a drop to the downside though, otherwise this won't play out. I kind of feel like we're just going to lollygag over the next couple of days for Bitcoin and the altcoins, mainly because we've got the next CPI report on July the 13th. So when is this coming about? Is this Monday? No, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. So over the weekend, I imagine sideways action. We normally dump into the CPIs because they're already priced into the market. And then we'll see how we react from there. I still think the Fed is very, very hawkish. CPI is very, very likely to be through the roof again. So we're probably going to dump by Wednesday. If we are going to have a relief rally for these alts, it will be for the next 3 to 4 days. Apart from that, I really don't see that we'll be getting continuation. Especially for Cardano, the one daily EMAs has always been such a massive, massive level of resistance. Ever since I started covering this at 650, just comes into these and gets battered. So yeah, I wouldn't count on Cardano going up too much higher. And in the lower time frames, you are kind of running out of steam. So that's definitely something to take note of. MFI is super, super overbought right now. So yeah, that's also not very good. MACD looks like it's getting ready to cross bearish. And with the dominance coming down for a retest, yeah, I'd say if you are buying anything, it should be Bitcoin. I don't think Cardano's gonna hold up too well over the next couple of days. We all know what happens after CPI and Fed meetings. Yeah. What price to short KDA? I wouldn't be shorting anything right now. Unless you're shorting on like a 3x leverage, then, you know, do your thing. But it is still possible that we could have a slight move back to the upside. Like I said, everything's hinging on Bitcoin. And at this moment in time, Bitcoin's making a decision. So I really don't like to trade while the markets are making a decision. I prefer to react and then make a trade after. So if you were trading anything, it would probably be Bitcoin. If you capitulated below 21,150, you're going to have a drop at least down to 20,600. So that would be what I'd be looking for. 25% drop on a 10x leverage. But I wouldn't be shorting KDA right now. Unless, like I said, you're shorting 3x leverage. And if you are shorting 3x leverage, then now is potentially not the worst time to do it. We've already come up, and it looks like we're losing momentum and heading back down. Let's see what's going on in the hourly time frame. So we got the hourly EMAs up. You are still above hourly EMAs, 4 hourly time frame. You're probably coming back for a retest of about 157. So about 20% drop on a 10x leverage. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be shorting this right now. If you're going to short it on a 4x leverage, so be it. This is not going to rip up 33%. What would be a 33%? Yeah, this is not happening. So do 32% to pay for fees. Yeah, if anything, I might actually put in a 3x short for Cadena after this. I'm currently in a 3x short for Solana as well, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. What do you think about the next rate hike? 50 basis points or 75 basis points? I think 75 basis points is definitely coming. Another 75. I definitely don't think that it's going to be neutral. If we do get 50 basis points, though, we might pump after it. No worries, Indian Kitchen. Alright, let's see what the other alts are doing. Fitfire is heading down. Some of these move to earns look like a better short than Cadena, to be fair. Sorry, I'm going to burn your corneas by doing this, but you have just broken bearish. I'm going to bring that back. That's already burning my eye sockets. Yeah, Fitfire looks like a really good short. I think you can short this on Femex. Can you short Fitfire? I've never shorted Fitfire before. I'm sure you could do it on Binance. Oh, that's funny. You see my account down here. If I type in Fitfire, do I come up? No. Just when I type in Fitfire and Femex and it comes up on my channel. Alright, that's jokes. Alright, I'm gonna make this a quick stream, so does anyone else want me to cover their altcoins? Matic as well, everyone's been talking about Matic. I see why this has had a big blast. Running right into resistance though. Yeah, we've done this before and many times. Alright, so if no one has any more altcoin requests, then I'll probably wrap up the stream in a minute. I just wanted to cover a few requests before I do head out. So, does anyone want me to cover their altcoins? CRO. Let's check out what's going on with Crypto.com first. Yeah, it doesn't look good for Crypto.com right now. You're running right into resistance and it looks like you're losing momentum. Clear this back up. You are still in this massive head and shoulders pattern as well. Because once again, we talked about this, if you come up into the EMA ribbons, you can still have a breakdown. So you are still forming a pretty wham head and shoulders pattern right now for Crypto.com. Let's see, where's the breakdown target of this? 8.5 cent. Let's look at the momentum indicators. So relative strength index is heading up, so it looks like you might actually want to take this out. You are still getting stuck in your EMA ribbons for Crypto.com though. Momentum indicators are, wow, they are so flat right now. Yeah, this is not bullish. You've got the same amount of momentum as when you were forming this left shoulder. And you've even got, yeah, you've got less money in the market. Money is just flowing out right now. So this is going to be a failed move in my opinion. The MACD is heading up quite strongly, but yeah, very stagnating. Normally when you see this slowly stagnating MACD to the upside, it's normally a sign that you're going to see something like this, because bulls are just not in play. This is definitely going to head down in my opinion. Lower time frames, yeah, like I said, lower time frames are losing momentum already. You've had a 4-hourly MACD cross to the downside. Tiny bit of momentum coming in. Money flow on lower time frames looks like it's extended as well. Hourly time frame, yeah, doesn't look too good on the hourly time frame as well. Not that I'd be shorting this because everything is hingent on Bitcoin right now. In the next 24 hours, if Bitcoin pushes to the upside, you might once again solidify that lower high and form this hidden bearish divergence. But if that doesn't play out, you're probably just likely to roll back down to the downside and Crypto.com will follow. So we're all just waiting for that move on Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin dominance, not much to update since yesterday's video. Higher time frames, nothing's changed. Bitcoin dominance has had a really nice bounce. Reset the RSI at the heart line. That looks like it's going to push up to the upside. But on the daily time frame, you've had a slight throwback down 0.3% to your 618 Fibonacci. So all in all, looking very strong right now. And this also does look like a W breakout that you are setting up to confirm. So anywhere in this range is extremely bullish for the Bitcoin dominance to stay above. If the dominance stays at or above 44.13, you're going to have a perfect retest of the 618 fib because you've already retested it. If you want to come down a little bit further, 43.97 would be confirming the W breakout on the daily time frame. So dominance looks good. This should be meaning that at some point soon, the Bitcoin is obviously going to start massively outperforming altcoins. And, well, I say at some point soon, like it hasn't been outperforming altcoins since the 10th of January. It's been on a big old run to the upside. YFI, I don't think I've charted Yearn Finance in years. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, this has not been trading for long enough. Or is this just how long it's been out for? Let me pull up a few charts. Hi from Portugal, great content, appreciate it my friend. How long has Yearn Finance been trading for? Because I can't find a chart that's longer than a couple of months, or is this just how it is? No, it's 2020, I thought so. Oh, this does go back to 2020. Alright, let's run from here. Yeah, this chart looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie. You're basically back down to the capitulation lows. Where did this start trading? Basically at 906. You're already down Where are you at right now? 6,000. So the lows aren't in on this chart, and you actually started trading at 907. So if we draw this back, this always seems so degenerative, but you can draw it like this because the data was there. It's just not on this chart. So obviously, I don't think we need to tell you that if you are drawing your fibs from your low to your high, everything's been invalidated on this chart. Total value locked about 500,000. Yeah, I was never the biggest fan of Yearn Finance in the first place, but yeah, this crypto looks pretty bad. I wouldn't even I don't even think we need to go over to oscillators and momentum indicators, but this is not looking good because it's been beat down for so long. When it does have these big tears to the upside, it just gets so overextended so quickly. We do this here where you tear up to the upside, so it looks like you could gain $1,000 or two before you do end up topping out for Yearn Finance. Even the 4 hourly is super extended. Yeah, running out of momentum already on the daily. Money flow indicator is way too overextended right now. So much money ran into this on the dip from 4,000 all the way up to 8,000. So, you know, the market cap of this literally doubled. Lower time frames as well, you're running out of steam. Bearish cross on the MACD. Money flow is also extended. The daily time frame is the worst though. Daily time frame is absolutely beat down right now. Looks like on the weekly you're getting ready for a quick fake out over on the MACD. So you could head up for the next couple of days. See what we've got. You did have in the lower time frames a successful retest from the most recent impulse. This could even push up to 9,000. Where does that line up on the up to 8,000 potentially? So in the short term, Yearn looks like it could push up, but yeah, in the higher time frames, this is not a cryptocurrency that I'd want to hold at all. Shiba. Let's check out Shiba. Have you watched RRR in the cinema? No, I don't really watch movies, to be fair. I don't really watch a lot of movies or TV. I think I've watched like 3 movies in the past 5 years. I feel like I watched the movie like a couple of months ago, and I feel like that's all the movies I can take for the next year or two. Shiba's heading up very nicely. I think Shiba's my second favorite Dogecoin. I do like how you know, obviously this is a bullshit meme coin with no value, but at least they're trying to flesh out some type of ecosystem for this. So, you know, I definitely put Shiba above Doge. But Shiba's looking good. What's the market cap of Shiba like? Appreciate it, Will Talk. Yeah, Shiba's been doing really nicely against the US dollar. Bitcoin though. $20.20. So it had a nice run up. The problem with altcoins like this though is that they'll probably never reach a new all-time high against Bitcoin, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. I mean, if we remove the US dollar chart, You can probably imagine, at least in my opinion, I don't think we'd be coming up to this level. Unless they burn a ton of Shiba, which they are actually doing at this moment in time, so... But in terms of market cap growth, probably not. Shiba's also running out of steam. It looks like you're forming an inverse head and shoulders though, which is pretty bullish. But you are running out of steam, and money is actually flowing out the market right now. Yeah, money is drastically dropping out of this. Does not look good. I mean, just look at that. Retail is absolutely dumping right now. 4 hourly time frame. 4 hourly time frame is super extended. So I'd say the move on Shiba is probably already done. A lot of your oscillators are very overbought right now. The money flow indicator is basically up here at 87. So if this is going to push up, it's probably going to push up and get stuck at basically 1-2, which is a little bit further away from where we are right now. Could push up about another 6%, 6 to 10%. But bear in mind, on the daily time frame, we're probably long overdue for a quick pump above these. We do this time over time again, you know, cross the daily EMAs, get back down to the downside, cross the daily EMAs back down every single time. So I'd definitely be looking to set up a trade on Shiba. I'm pretty sure you can trade it on Femex, which is where I trade it. So I'd be getting ready for a short as you do break over the top of the daily EMA ribbon. So once again, it's probably going to be in play around about 13 to 12 cent. I'd be conservative and be shorting about 12.5 to 13. Because the RSI looks like it can still turn up a bit. And when we previously have come up to the upside of these, we at least come up to 65. Here you came all the way up to 70. So yeah, as the RSI starts to come closer to 70 on the daily time frame, shorting as you do break out of the EMA ribbons is definitely going to be what I'm looking to do. I'm looking for a lot of altcoin trades recently, but like I've been saying, Bitcoin is in a decision time, so I really don't like, and I really don't recommend that anyone trades while a decision has not been made, because we've not had a successful breakout for Bitcoin yet. So until Bitcoin breaks above 22,400, and then even then it can come up to as high as 23,300 and then still double top and break down. If that happens, you'll still have the hidden bearish divergence that I talked about in my other videos playing out. So yeah, I would definitely wait for a decision for Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin starts to head down, or better yet, if the RSI for SHIB keeps on moving up over the next day or so, if it's going to move up, it's going to move up over the weekend. I do not think it's going to be up on Monday. Stock market opening is going to push this back down. CPI release on Wednesday is also going to push Bitcoin and the alts back down. So we're in no man's land right now, waiting for the weekend move to happen. Considering it's the weekend, a lot of these alts are probably going to move up 5 to 10%. Maybe, but once again, I wouldn't be trading that. Do I think we can get past 23k today? I personally don't think so. Mainly because there's such strong hidden bearish divergence playing out that I just wouldn't count on it. I think we've got it over here. No, this was the bullish divergence. This must be it. Yeah, so this is the sheriff in town that everyone should be looking at, because you've got the price since the 13th of June moving to the downside. You've got highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Even today, from yesterday, it's a lower high, and we normally do stuff like this over here and over here before we start rolling back down to the downside. And as you can see, the RSI, the tops are getting higher, higher, high, higher, high, higher, high. So the strength in the market is definitely deteriorating. I mean, the price is moving down, and the fact that, you know, we're getting overbought on the RSI is really indicative that we're probably going to roll over very, very soon. So, you know, like I said, the altcoins look like they want to push up for 5 to 10%. But I would definitely not be trading that. There's so much stuff going on right now. This Bitcoin hidden divergence I definitely see playing out. Obviously, if we take the top off at 23,300, I'll have to switch short-term bullish. But then even then, I wouldn't be buying. I would just be selling the Bitcoin that I bought between the ranges of 18,000 and 25,000. I'd be dollar cost averaging back out of the market and then getting ready to come back in on the next dip. So if you have been buying Bitcoin down from 25k, if we do have a rip to the upside, it will be nice to offload some bags. Like I've been saying on my channel, I've been buying between the ranges of 25 all the way down to 18 so far in $1,000 increments. So I've got buy orders down at 17, 16, 15, all the way down till like 10, even though I don't think they'll get hit. But I've been buying in this range, so if we break to the upside of this, I'll start selling the Bitcoin I bought at 18k and then 19, then 20 as we keep on pushing up to these higher levels. I just don't think we're going to break up though. So if we are, it will be a fake weekend rally. If not, we're just going to get pushed back down on Monday. Alright, near. Let's check out what's going on with near. I mean, all these altcoins are basically setting up the same chart. Near looks really bad though. Near looks like you're coming for a top already. 4-hourly time frame looks so overbought. And on the daily, you're forming a massive head and shoulders pattern right now. I'll switch this over to white so you can see it easier. But you've got a pretty nasty pattern playing out over on near right now. Have we done this before? I can't see another head and shoulders from a... Yeah, we had one here, and it's actually faked up to the upside. But yeah, near is not looking good right now. Near looks like it wants to break down. I can't remember my bear market low price target for near. This would be down here at 190. But it's definitely going lower than that in the bear market. Okay, so in my last video we were saying $1.20. This is where the bear market low is probably going to come into fruition. But you can see you are also having a bunch of bearish retests. Let me see, I think this is what we're running off. From this low to this high. No, it'd be the extra leg down here. So you are also running into your 1.618 fib right now, which if I mark it right here, it's a bit hard to see. Yeah, right here. You've got a 1.618 Fibonacci from the most recent swing low to swing high. And you're probably going to get stuck at this, or you're probably going to lollygag into this for a while and then break to the downside. But yeah, as you are coming up into the daily EMA ribbons, we did this many times. We should be expecting a sharp move back down to the downside very soon. So if we're going to have continuation on near, it will be today and tomorrow. Coming into the Monday opening, I think all of these alts, near specifically, is going to get brutalized very hard. It's interesting to see how fast it's moving up with its market cap though. And on the oscillators, higher time frames, literally nothing's changed. You can actually see this looks like we're forming a massive bearish pennant right now. You might actually be able to see this on the daily. No, it's a bit ugly on the daily. This is actually a perfect bear flag. I mean, you can be conservative and draw it from here, but yeah, NIR's not looking good. Even with the most recent bounce up 6%, you can just see it does move very euphorically. So, you look at the momentum indicators like the squeeze mom and the money flow indicator and the higher time frames. Money's flowing out the market, retail is getting out, people are selling. MACD is heading down very, very strongly. Let's get back our chart before I lose it. Daily time frame as well, though. It's just completely stagnating, which is not a good sign. Because normally when you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days into an uptrend over on your daily momentum indicators, you should be somewhere around about here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you should be having a big move to the upside after this amount of time. But if you do look at the squeeze mom, you can basically see if you only get these dinky little candles that don't really get any continuation, they normally always roll back down very, very quickly. So this is what we're seeing on NEAR and most of the altcoins. Basically everything is running out of momentum, which makes sense because nothing has changed. The Fed hasn't backpedaled. The interest rates are still going through the roof, so people don't have that much money to put in these markets anymore. So, which is a bullish sign in some respect to the mid to higher time frames, because it means the bottom is probably closer to the top. Well, the bottom is obviously very, very close in my opinion. But yeah, one last capitulation for NEAR. Absolutely no momentum coming in with this. Is this supported by volume? No, there's no volume. There's no volume coming in for this. I think. Let's check out, because we looked at KDA. I don't think we looked at the volume. Is there any volume supporting KDA? No, there's no volume coming in for KDA. And like we said, on the higher time frames, money is just flowing out of these markets. What else did we look at? We looked at Shiba. What's the volume on Shiba saying? Yeah, as you can see, daily time frame, there is no volume coming in to push this up. And you can see the money is just flowing out of the market in the higher time frame. So I think it's the same for everything. What else did we look at? We talked about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has already lost its momentum. Like you can see, this is completely flat and stagnating, just like this was flat and stagnating. This was flat and stagnating over on your momentum indicators. And also, once again, there is no volume to confirm this breakout. Like, typically, when you break out of a pattern like this, you break up, come back for a back test. This is where you not only want to see a confirmation of previous resistance flipping support, but you want to start seeing momentum indicators head up. You want to see money flow back into the market. You want to see volume confirming the breakout. And there is absolutely none of that. Everything is stagnating. So the more I look at the charts and look at all the indicators, the more I think the more I think that we might not even bounce over this weekend. But like I said, right now we're in a no trade zone. Bitcoin has technically retested previous resistance as support, but until we push above 22,400, then even in the short time frames, then you can't be bullish. And why I say short instead of short is because you've still got, like we were talking about, hidden bearish divergence playing out until 23,300. And once again, no momentum and not much volume coming in is basically a very, very telltale sign that you are about to break down. So it looks like we're setting up for a lot of failed moves right now. Do I know why Tron has been progressively heading up? No, I don't keep up with the Tron ecosystem too much. Not one of my favorite cryptos, to be honest. Is Tron heading up very strongly? Let's check out the chart. Tron, where are you? Let's actually just get the Bitcoin chart. So it's very, very overextended against Bitcoin right now, which is definitely not nice. I don't think we've been this overextended against the Bitcoin pair since its all-time high up here. So in my opinion, you are getting ready for a massive, massive move back down to the downside, specifically for the Bitcoin pair. Not necessarily the US dollar pair, because I haven't checked that out yet, but if you do look at the RSI, I mean, we came up to 93 before, and apart from there, you know, we've basically come up and got topped out at 75, 71, 70, and now we're getting topped out from 80, so we are so overextended against Bitcoin. in my opinion, this is going to massively run to the downside as soon as Bitcoin has figured out that this bearish divergence is going to play out. So as soon as Bitcoin starts to come back down, expect Tron to massively underperform Bitcoin for a couple of months, in my opinion. Tron USD though, let's see what's happening in the support bands. So much going on this chart. So it looks like it's ugly, but you do have a head and shoulders playing out right now. You did retest the 200 EMA. Not much volume coming in to support this either. This is stagnating right now. Other times where it has stagnated, it normally drops. Just like here. But also coming up into the weekly EMA ribbon, so we should be pushing down soon. We haven't retested the daily EMAs yet, so even in the shorter term time frames, it looks like we're going to be coming back down. 200 EMA is going to be a strong level of support. Probably about another 3 to 5% drop over the weekend. No volume confirming this breakout. The RSI is getting very overbought very quickly, but it is being supported by retail money flowing in the market. There's just not that much volume coming in right now, which should be a worrying sign. But it does look like it's heading up very nicely. You are getting a bit of momentum coming in on the daily time frame. So there's a lot of mixed signals over on Tron right now. But I definitely wouldn't be trading this. If I go back, have I still got my Tron chart? Alright, there we go. Didn't want to lose it forever. Solana as well. Let's check out Sol. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the stream pretty soon because I'm going to go out and get some food. Yeah, Solana is also stagnating. Like, no volume to confirm this breakout. Oscillators getting overbought. Money is flowing out the market. Momentum indicators on the daily are heading down. Lower time frames. Lower time frames are already heading down. Bearish MACD cross, which is getting continuation. Money flow indicator. Retail money did run into this quite quickly over the most recent dip. So it looks like Sol is really getting ready to top out already. I think Sol is definitely going to top out over the weekend. I look forward to Solana going down to much cheaper levels because I really just want to sweep NFT floors over on Solana. That might sound so degenerative. I honestly think the best thing the Solana ecosystem has going for it is its NFT marketplace, because right now the blockchain is so clunky and breaks down every couple of months that it really can only function right now as an NFT marketplace. But it has a pretty good NFT marketplace. I've been picking up a few recently, like some of these degen trash pandas. What are these cupcakes doing? So I picked up so many of these the other day under 1 Sol. Just over 1. Not financial advice, but these kind of seem degenerative. If you're not in the Solana ecosystem, you won't know where these come from. But trashy cakes, in my opinion, these are going to have a massive run to the upside. These are in Solana value, obviously. So if Solana goes down against the US dollar, then it might decrease in US dollar value. But these are probably going to rip to the upside very soon, in my opinion. If we look at the activities, they're just flying off the shelves. So these, if you don't know why I'm looking at these, because these kind of do just look like a funny, random NFT that's come out of nowhere. But these are part of the Degeniverse ecosystem over on Solana. So if you've seen these Degen apes, if you follow me over on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, then you would have seen that I rock one of these profile pics. Mine's a vampire. Let's look at some of the vampires. I'm just thinking someone asked for Solana TA and now we're looking at Solana raccoons. But yeah, some of these are so undervalued, in my opinion. But these are nice. I might have to start getting more of these. But I've already got so many. I don't want to hella rush into NFTs, but I think the only way I've kept myself off buying the dip on altcoins is just buying the dip on NFTs, which is still hella degenerative, but yeah. Once again, not financial advice, but if you're looking for a cheap and probably asymmetrical return in Solana NFTs, I definitely think these garbage specials from the Trashy Cakes are going to do very, very well. That being said, I have picked up like so many of these already. Like I spent last night, thank God over on Magic Eden you can buy multiple at once, because if you go over to Magic Eden, get rid of my phantom, you can just do this, which is so blessed. So whenever I see there's a discount, I just click. Oh, I can't show you, I don't think, unless I connect my. Oh no, I can. So you can literally just do this and sweep a floor and do it all in one transaction, which is basically what I've been doing for these the past couple of days. I posted this in my Discord when they were 0.6 Solana, and I also said these would be a good buy yesterday under 1 Solana, and you know they're still coming up, so they've over doubled since I talked about them in the Discord. I definitely think that they're probably a good buy. But yeah, Solana itself, Solana's probably going to go down against the US dollar. It's just got no continuation, no volume, no momentum coming in. MACD's coming up on the daily time frame up to the heart line. Some push up on this, but it's moving pretty slow. On the lower time frames as well, oh yeah, we already spoke about this. The money flow indicator is basically already topped. So I think Solana's going to be coming down. If it does have a weekend bounce, it's probably going to come down to at least 34. So with that being said, after I wrap up this stream, I am going to add more to my Solana short. Yeah, that seems very nice. Down to your 618 Fibonacci at 34, 36 from where we are now. I think I'd move it up to front run the market. I'd want it just below the 0.5. I'd want it just above 35 as well. So I think maybe your 0.5 up here wouldn't be too much of a bad short right here. It's hard to see. If I switch it over to light mode, I will scorch your corneas. So heads up, if you do want to blink or close your eyes for like 10 seconds, then do it now. But you can see your 0.5 Fibonacci is right here. 618, 786 of this most recent move. And considering how you are running out of momentum, like as you can see, you're already heading down. So, you know, with that being said, I'm actually going to short on Femex on my phone right now, because I don't want to pull up my Femex and, you know, dox my account. So, 1 second. I'm going to put in a. Do I see us moving up any higher from here? Do I really want to do a 3x? No, I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna do a 3x leverage. So if you do come down 8%, 8, 16, 24, that would be a nice trade. 24% gain. One second, I'm just shorting this on my phone. This seems like the most obvious trade so far. Alright, trade set. Let me put a take profit and a stop loss. I'm just going to run it with no stop loss, because it's not going to move up 33% and liquidate me. Wow, it's already moving in profit quite nicely. So I have just opened another Solana short. I have already been 3x leverage shorting this for weeks now. If you are in the Discord, you will know that I've basically been shorting it on a 3x leverage with a decent amount of capital, and I've got like a couple of £100 worth of fees in my account. just so I could literally leave it running for months and it would be fine. But nonetheless, I have added another short position over on Solana, shorting from where we are right now all the way down to the 0.5. And as you can see, it looks like on the 1 hourly time frame you're already getting a push down. 5 minute time frame. Let's put it on the 1 minute because, you know, I've been doing this for the past minute or two. This is already heading down very, very strongly. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We're coming down to it already. So, yeah, Solana looks like it's heading to the downside. This might mean Bitcoin's heading down. So, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, Bitcoin's getting a lot of bearish volume coming in right now. It looks like I've been saying, everyone was getting out of bed for this, but it looks like we're just confirming this hidden bearish divergence to be playing out. So, Jono shorting Sol from 39, nice one. I think I've been, I don't even know what price I shorted at, but I've been in a short for like 3 weeks now. Somewhere around about this region, so just above 39, somewhere around about here. I think the 3x leverage shorts on Solana are just so easy sometimes. But yeah, even since we set this trade, it is rocketing to the downside, so that is very nice. We'll see how that one plays out. So yeah, all the markets look like they're getting ready for their breakdown. Like I said, if you are going to see any bounce in any of these cryptos, it has to happen over the weekend, because we typically always dump into these CPI meetings, and this is going to be taking place on Wednesday. All the markets are probably going to break down before then. And the stock market looks terrible right now. Well, the dollar looks very strong. I think this is going to open very, very bullish over on Monday. And then the SPY, you're sitting at resistance right now. So this is really not going to be able to push up too much further, in my opinion. So yeah, that's all I've got for the markets. I am going to go out for lunch now. And yeah, like I said, best of luck to everyone if you are shorting as well. But this is already massively rocketing to the downside. So yeah, best of luck everyone. That's all I've got for the live stream today. I'll be updating some alts and Bitcoin individually a little bit later. As always, peace out everyone. Bye.